Blue Justin here, still Justin, still not blue, certainly not as blue as some other people on one of the upcoming purchases that I'm going to show you, so you can probably guess what that is. And so this video is February's haul. Like again, still with keeping with the month theme, and still just about probably hoping to keep it about the same length as I normally used to do on a week or so's haul, maybe a week or 2 weeks haul. So I'm still doing quite well at not buying too many in 1 month. Not brilliantly, just quite well. So right, I'm going to get on with it, and in the attempt to keep on catching up myself. Right, first up, and I'm not going to have a t-shirt swap for this one because I want the video to be allowed on YouTube, and that's a title called Pleasure. I saw this being mentioned on a couple of the other YouTube videos about what was out that week, sort of thing, and it quite interested me. It's got quite a lot of good reviews and it's about a girl from Sweden who kind of goes to the US to try and make it big in the US porn industry, which is where obviously the bigger money is to be made if you make it to the top, which very few people do. I quite enjoyed watching this because I have watched it, and I will be doing I hope to do a review on this one at some point, so I won't go too far into it. But what I will say is somebody else's review, which is very interesting, was a review by someone who was in the American adult industry, and they were very impressed by how accurate it was, down to the sort of things that were involved in the day-to-day nitty-gritty of how it actually works, even down to using the actual sets that the adult films are shot on. That's quite accurate, apparently. I won't go, like I said, I won't go too much further into my opinions, other than I would totally agree from what I've seen on other documentary programs, that this is a very accurate dramatisation of the industry, and very well put together. As I think it's the first film. It's a writer-director, Ninja Thimberg, not the activist, obviously, climate activist. And I think this is one of her, it's either a big first film or a very early film of hers as a writer-director. And it's well worth a watch, as long as you're not a prude. Anyway, next up we have... Yep, I know, it's, I mean, this one obviously doesn't have Thanos in it, but, you know, when you get in the choice between putting Goose on the front of your t-shirt or anything else that relates, then it's the cat, isn't it? And this is, of course, the 4K steelbook of The Marvels. Now, not known for its fantastic reception, but I do know a number of people who said it wasn't as bad as a lot of the negativity it got. I think a lot of the problem is that maybe it relies a lot on the TV series of the other Marvel's characters, and if you haven't watched it, even though it makes sense, you might not fit with their sort of like picking up immediately on their personalities or be as familiar with the characters. So anyway, yeah, that's, at least it looks rather nice anyway. Obviously nice 4K, obviously again because it's Marvel, we're not getting Dolby Vision, but we are getting Atmos. It's just got the usual 12 rating for ye standard Marvel movies, and just a few. It's got a gag reel, deleted scenes, commentary, and a couple of featurettes. Be quite interesting. I always like deleted scenes. Next up, we have. I should have really had a t-shirt for this one, but I suppose we'll just get with that sort of thing. Right, universe. Anyway, so yeah, this is the special edition of one that I've already got, and I'll go into a bit more reasoning why in a minute. This is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I think it is a Zavvi exclusive, and it comes with the steelbook, and it comes with a nice thick booklet. Don't know, it doesn't seem to say on the back how thick the booklet is, contents page wise, but it does, as I said, with the usual the Marvel stuff. It's 12 rated, and it's got a commentary, a couple of featurettes, gag reel, and some deleted scenes. But I think that's probably what everybody's already got. The reason I picked this one up was that actually somebody got in contact with me and asked me if I could pick one up for them because they're in the States and they can't get hold of it. It's because it's an UK exclusive for Zavvi. So I ordered one for them, and given I saw that it was for a collector's edition with the, like I said, that, and it was under £20 for a 4K steelbook, I thought I'll get one for me as well, because why not? And up next, a little bit of silliness. And that is the Steelbook limited edition of Five Nights at Freddy's. I think this was one of those steelbooks that came out 3 or 4 weeks after the regular 4K. So if you wanted the 4K immediately, then they were hoping you'd double dip after buying the first one. But they had, if they played fair, they told you it was coming out a little bit late. And also I think that's a lot of that at the moment isn't them trying to cheat you, it's down to the fact that there was a shortage of steelbook materials for some reason a little while ago, so some are a little bit behind the normal releases for that. Now I'm aware of the fact that this is not maybe as highly regarded as the Nick Cage one that had a very similar premise, but this one was the much more popular one because it was tied in with a very popular children's game that parents didn't want them to play, so of course it was massively popular and the kids all wanted to play it. I believe I have received information from, I think it's from Kermit, who said that his local HMV were well aware how it was going to fly off the shelves and got in loads of extra copies. Even physical media going to kids, it's a good thing. Maybe not the 4K steelbook is one that they were going to necessarily be collecting, but anyway. This has got, it says it's 15 rated for strong threat and violence, but I think that just goes to show that again they've probably put themselves in a situation where the people who are the target audience are probably just below the just below the age range that they're supposed to be allowed to, and therefore, again, it's a brilliant tactic of, if I'm not allowed to watch something, then I'll want to watch it. Right, yeah, and this one's got some bonus features. I think it looks like they're all featurettes. That's it. And please ignore if you heard that. That's just the door creaking. Might be my cat. Yep, it is the cat. So expect meowing any minute. Anyway, this isn't going to work, is it? Well, I hope you don't agree with my cat, because he came in, had a look around, decided me doing a video was boring and left. So, yeah, I think that's really all I have to say on that one. Good marketing, popular, and fans of horror and this type are not as impressed with it as the equivalent Nick Cage one, of the name of which I can't remember, so I'll probably put it up there. Right. Next up, this is Freaks versus the Reich. Not as stupid as it sounds. This one, I held up the picture for because it wasn't released when I did my Christmas haul video, because I pre-ordered it because it didn't come out until later in the year. That's why I pre-ordered it. And despite the fact it sounds like and possibly looks a little bit like something that you get from the Nazis on the moon, etc., it isn't. It's Italian, yes, with English subs. It's very long, if I recall correctly, 141 minutes, yeah, 2 hours 20. And they've got 4 superpowered circus performers and a person who supports the Nazis, who believes he can use them to reverse Hitler's fading future. So he tries to change the entire course of history. So it sounds to be actually a rather well put together film, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing that one. Not something that easily comes to mind when you think of these things. Anyway, talking of end of the world, we have the one that steelbook for one that I think a couple of other people have shown, but not the steelbook. And this is the 4K steelbook for Contagion. I think the film possibly came out around about the time, or was even before COVID, gained notoriety and popularity because of its connection with that disaster. But it does have, Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Kate Winslet, Marion Cotillard, and Jude Law and Lawrence Fishburne, directed by Steven Soderbergh. So you got a good cast and an excellent director there as well. So looking forward to actually seeing this one. I don't know if you can see it without me taking off the, but the Contagion lettering down here is, I hope it shows it one. No, I think you can just see that it's reflecting off the edges of the letters there as I change the angle. Oh, what the heck, just take it off. We all know that makes it a lot easier to see. I don't know why I didn't even do this in the first place, because it was bound to happen, wasn't it? The age ratings are just stickers, and now you can see quite clearly about the glossy finish, which makes it difficult with the light, but you can obviously see the debossing on the title. Very nice indeed, I like that. So what's this one got? As a quick summary, it doesn't outlast its welcome too much. 106 minutes, and it's got a few featurettes. One on the reality of contagion, so and how a virus changes the world. So that could be quite interesting. This is another one I picked up around about that time. That's very nice little interesting one. This is an indicator title, The Shadow of the Cat. Supernatural force or psychotic compulsion that drove 5 maddened murderers to destroy themselves. This is an indicator restoration with commentary, lots of featurettes and interviews, short, all the usual really good stuff. It's, you know, obviously it's originally like a horror type thing, but it's only a 12 rated nowadays, since it was originally made in 1961, and at 79 minutes you could just get it out of the way in no time whatsoever. Well, 79 minutes to be precise. And there you go, if you want to read that on all the extras and all malarkey, the usual big block of the stuff that Indicator does. Next up we have something that I'm doing on an upgrade, which is So Close. Thriller minute, lightning quick action sequences, gang of assassins murders their parents, 2 sisters inherit the family business, a computer surveillance system, and armed with the ability to use that system, and they become the most accomplished killers for hire in Hong Kong. And when they take someone out, it's a hot, beautiful undercover detective suddenly comes after them, and loyalties are tested, alliances are questioned. Like I said, I've got this on DVD, so I know that it's a good movie. I like it. This one is got UK subs if you want to listen to them in its non-first language. It's got Cantonese and Mandarin as well. Interviews, so that's 3 interviews, a featurette, press conference, commentary, trailer, reversible sleeve once I've taken off the slip, which looks lovely and shiny, that slip. No embossing or debossing, but very nice. That's the identical cover, but the inside, take that off, they cut the disc, and you can see that when I reverse it, if I reverse it, it's not only getting rid of the age ratings, it's also a different cover. That will become the cover, and the background and the rear cover will become that instead of that, which is same information, but totally fresh cover, which is really nice. So if you like, even if you like the regular cover, that's on the slip anyway, so you can put that in. That's main regular cover put onto the disc. So yeah, that's the So Close. Not quite sure why I've got so many in a row that I haven't got a new t-shirt for, but I have. This is a Masters of Cinema release, and it's Kirk Douglas in Paths of Glory, a very early Stanley Kubrick. I think it might be his first film. It's only 88 minutes, but then it's back in 1957, black and white, 4K, new scan and encode. I really should have done a little video on this when it arrived, because Masters of Cinema, I've done it twice now. If you order direct from them, it tends to turn up about not Saturday before the Monday release. It turns up the Saturday before the Monday release. So I could have seen it a little bit before everybody else. Maybe I'll try to remember to do that next time. Definitive arrival, yes, the arrival of a towering figure in cinema with Stanley Kubrick. So, as I was right, I believe that it's his first film. It's an anti-war movie relating set in the First World War, with a powerhouse performance by Kirk Douglas. As you can, maybe if you know the uniforms, you'll be able to tell it's on the French lines during the war. So it's a French uniforms. Limited O-card slipcase. Brand new 4K Dolby Vision. New 4K scan, audio commentary, video interview, theatrical trailer, isolated music and effects, and a collector's booklet featuring some writings. Really looking forward to seeing this. Never seen this before, but I think this is going to be a bit of a worthy of the words Master of Cinema classic in that course. So yeah, very nice indeed. And now for one I get finally do a little t-shirt. And that is the complete series Steelbook 4K for WandaVision. Yeah, so Vision got to me. I could only find the Wanda part. This is all 12, I can count. 12 episodes, bonus extras, usual featurette, never before seen, etc. Gag reel, deleted scenes, and behind the scenes stuff. I didn't actually see the series, but I'm aware of the love it or hate it nature of the style of the of shooting and the series. I find it very, very intriguing myself, how they did it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how I find it. I really like the design. I'm sure I'll like it even more once I get that moved out of the way a bit, because it's the same as the one on the Star Trek releases. It's covering up a lot. Unfortunately, I do tend to want to leave the backing on so I can read more easily what's on there, so it'll still be annoyingly there until at least I come to play it, and then it'll be out of its backing case and awaiting daily watches. So yeah, looking forward to the very interesting take that Marvel took on the whole Vision and Scarlet Witch Next up we have the nice simple Yakuza Wolf 1 and 2. This is a special edition because it's got a limited edition slipcase. It's not going to be, and it's got a limited edition collector's booklet. So I'm sure in the, I don't know if it's been near future, but I'm sure in the future it'll come out without those, and you'll be able to get it for less. And I believe, as it's described here, this is a spaghetti western inspired modern day assassins Yakuza type setup. Mysterious black clad killer with a vendetta against the Yakuza, and in 2 he plays a criminal betrayed and sent to prison, and after serving his time he wages war against the Yakuza. So there is a similarity there. Looking forward to that one. 18 rated for sexual violence, strong sex, nudity and sexualized violence. So no mention of just bloody violence at all. So they must really go in for the sexualized violence in this one. That's why it's an 18, because it's so hard to get an 18 rating for just being horrendously violent nowadays. So it's got to involve sex, doesn't it? Any sort of sex in a film seems to get it an 18 nowadays. Right, on to the next one. This is Doctor Who and the Daleks in colour. At least I've got a nice sort of colour match, but see, this is the first Doctor, not the fourth, and it's a bit annoying because I actually have got a fantastic shirt with 3 Daleks sort of in a sort of being spray painted in different colours and melting, which would have been perfect. So, but I can't find it. This is an interesting experiment. Some people love it, some people hate it. Lots of people think that if you're going to colorise something, some people think, yeah, you shouldn't, but it's an experiment. But and others say that if you're going to do it, you should just do the colorising. Whereas what this does is take the original 6 episodes and cut them down into a, oh, how long is it? Which would be, was it 6 episodes? Yeah, I think it was. And that would have been 6 25-minute old episodes cut down into 75 minutes abridged version, which has been colorized. Some people think it's an absolute heresy. Other people find it interesting, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. It does include the bonus disc of the original black and white episodes in full, but any Doctor Who fan will, I'm sure, own those already, because the bonus disc with the original black and white episodes is just the DVD from the original release. They haven't taken the old episodes and even rescanned them to Blu-ray quality, so that's a bit of a shame. But you know, and people are saying they're a bit shocked by it when they received the set. But to be honest, it was quite clear on the advertising that that was the situation. So no real right to complain. Some people, again, it's another one that splits opinion. Some people absolutely loathe that design of those styles, massively weird colouring of the picture, and other people think it's absolutely fantastic. Luckily, I fall into camp too, so I'm not just getting it because it's a steelbook. I'm getting it because I like it as a design, as a steelbook as well, which is always a bonus, in the sense that some people might accuse me of buying steelbooks just because they're steelbooks, and I try to avoid doing that. Next up we have a rather violent movie, obviously as 18 rated, called Bait, and that is it's all about a couple of girls who want to get bored of their mundane jobs on a full market food stall, and they want to set up their own upmarket cafe. The banks keep on turning them down. They meet an independent businessman who offers to fund them, and they immediately accept, but then all too soon the true motives for his kind offer shine through, and unable to meet his outrageous demands, the two of them find it within themselves to turn the tables on their viciously calculated aggressor, leading to a maelstrom of bloody, savage and pitiless retribution. Oh yeah, we've got ourselves a revenge movie. And this one does contain strong, bloody violence and gore. So we're going with, must be really strong if it's 18 rated. And this has got a reasonable number of special features, actually. I was quite surprised when I just had after I looked at that. It's got a commentary. It's got a making of documentary. It's got another featurette. It's got two short films, presumably connected with the main one. Makes sense. And it itself isn't that long at only 87 minutes. But yeah, normally you'd see, I would expect something like that description not to have a great number of special features, but 101 films have done me proud here. That's excellent. And as I mentioned earlier, Blue People, of course, is Avatar. This is the 4K. I'm going to try and peel off this HMV sticker and see if it's one of the ones that no, that was December. Like I said, this last time I think that was just December and January that was causing most of the problems. It was keeping on sticking, and that came off quite easily. This, like I said, is the 4K. I believe this doesn't have the multiple cuts that the more recent releases just put on, but you can't wait around forever. I mean, I think I ordered this one something like over a year in advance because they knew they were going to release it, but they didn't know when. It was on, we're going to release it sometime, for absolutely ages. I'm looking forward to rewatching finally in 4K. Obviously, I do have the Blu-ray for a long time, and so this is the original. I will get the 3D as well, but they missed a trick with people like me. I fooled. They missed a trick by making the brilliant artwork. I absolutely adore that art. I really do. I was really thrilled when they finally released it. I was really scared because for a long time they just said they had a black image and they didn't know what the art was going to be like. When I saw that, I was, wow, good choice. But their mistake was making the 3D steelbook artwork the same. If they'd had a 3D steelbook artwork that was different, I'd have probably got the 3D steelbook as well, just to get all the different steelbook arts, because I do want the 3D. Like I said, I do want it. I won't get it if it was just for the steelbook, but I'll get the 3D, but I'll get it on regular later on when it's a lot less, costs a lot less, and maybe I can pick up the 3D in multiple cuts, etc., for a lot less than paying out for the steelbook. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Next up is one I saw back in the 80s, I think. That's a film called The Rachel Papers, all about a young genius, and he comes up with a program or a method of getting girls based on computer know-how, an algorithm, so to speak. But of course, and everybody wants it, but of course what goes horribly wrong in the end is when he finds a woman that he actually likes, and he wants them to have a proper connection with her. Computer programs just don't work, or he may either get her, but he'll probably lose her in the long term because the algorithms are set up for attracting girls rather than falling in love with them. And some people, this is one of those ones that some people really like and rate, and other people hated it. I last saw it on VHS. Look it up, youngsters. Back in a long time ago. I rented it, and I remember enjoying it, though I haven't seen it since. So looking forward to seeing this one. It stars Dexter Fletcher, as you can see on the front. It also has James Spader and Jonathan Pryce as co-stars, but a lot of people, I think I read somewhere that anybody who wants to get this because it's got James Spader in and he's a great actor, he's not in it very much, so don't get it for that reason, I think I read somewhere. But yeah, interesting. That's an American import. Obviously, I don't obviously know age rating, but it could have been another country without age rating stickers. It's an American import because there isn't a UK Blu-ray, and that's the way it is. So next up we have, this is Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I do apologise for holding that away, I just couldn't remember the title for a second. This is a prequel and really messes up all those sets that you can now got on the shelf in HMV that says the complete series, which they do, and they're wrong. This is the 4K steelbook version. It's got one of those interesting see-through slips, which I shall prove to you or show you just in a moment. Taking this off. Horrible feeling this video is going to run over time, but there you go. Right, that's the front again. That's the back. I haven't seen the film. I don't know much about it, apart from the fact it is a prequel to the original. A lot of people have said they don't like the artwork. I personally think it's pretty good, actually. And other people have complained that it doesn't match the previous releases, which are 4K releases, which have been all black steel books with a standard with the logo from the film on the front. However, if you have the 4K steelbook set that comes in one of those tins with the foam dividers top and bottom, you'll find that artwork is very, very well matched to this, even though it's not. I don't know if it's actually done by the same artist. I don't know if they're all done by the same artist, but they're very much in that style. So they have actually made, to a certain extent, an effort to to match it to another part of the series in that way. Now, I thought I'd done actually an unboxing for that one, but I don't think I ever got round to it. I checked a while ago, but I think Big Paulie did an unboxing to the big, like I said, the big box set with the different, the other steelbooks in, with the art that is closer to this, and I shall put a link in the description below to that, so you can see what I mean by that, to a certain extent, matching. And this, like I said, is one of those covers that has a slip that comes with it, but it's a see-through slip, but it has an overlay. So that's the slip. So that's the front without the slip, and that's the back without the slip. I shall quickly pop that on, and you can see there where the slip has the decorations of these pale flowers, plants. So that's really nice. Like I said, the one thing I do not like about these slips, I think they're absolutely fantastic idea, except for the fact that manufacturers have used it as an excuse for the fact that they put instead of putting the age ratings on stickers like they do with steelbooks to stop people complaining, they put them on the slip. So if you actually want to put the slip on to make the design match properly, you have to have the age rating stickers showing, which sort of defeats the object of making a steelbook look really, really nice, but that's the way the world is. It's got a commentary, it's got a making of, it's got an 8-part documentary, and that's a lot. Theatrical trailer, letter to the fans, it's got a song by Rachel Zegler, and that's it says that all the special features should be on the 4K as well as the Blu-ray, so that's good. Moderate violence, threat and drug misuse, which is, to be honest, once they've got drugs in there, I'm quite surprised they got away likely with a 12, but must be quite mild and moderate. Finally, we have the 4K 40th anniversary, first time on 4K, steelbook of Footloose in the style of a cassette tape cover. Ask your parents, youngsters. Yeah, though you probably know what that is purely off the cover for the Guardians of the Galaxy one, where they did mixtapes, introducing people to mixtapes for the first time in many, many years. It's a bit scary. Haven't seen it in quite a while, but I do very much enjoy this film about Kevin Bacon going to, as if you didn't know, a small town in America where music is banned. He's from the big city, and he tries to get them to change their ways and allow their children more freedom, because they're very, very religious, and they believe that music is against their religion, so the religion itself generally, but it's dancing rather than music. Very strange idea, considering the amount of music is associated with religion in a lot of the more religious states, but maybe not the type of music that the children want to listen to is the whole point. This features many good songs from the 80s. Kenny Loggins, Shalimar, Denise Williams, Bonnie Tyler, Quiet Riot, yes. John Cougar Mellencamp, Foreigner, oh yes. And more. like I said, I couldn't remember, I can't remember exact areas, but nice cover, nice steelbook, good film. And that, as they say, is that. Thank you very much for watching the February haul. My March haul is pretty much ready to go. It's not set up for recording yet, but obviously all the purchases have been made on the principle that March is over, and hopefully I should get more caught up to the the actual date sooner rather than later. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and follow the channel if you don't already. I do really appreciate it, and it gives me some enthusiasm to keep on producing. And just for reference, I have got more videos lined up that I keep on telling you about, and again, that review, next one of the reviews that I'm planning is the one for pleasure, so that'll be an interesting one for me to try and do a review on without not only giving stuff away, but without doing stuff, describing anything that I'm not allowed to describe. Oh, that'll be interesting. Right, so thank you again ever so much for watching, and I shall see you again soon, I hope.